All right. Welcome, everybody, to Fusebox Engaged. I am, of course, the Fusebox, Ben, coming to you with a couple of special guests today as we discuss everything that doesn't happen during the Oscars. I have got Shelley LaPresti here with us
Hey,
today.
how's
What's
it going?
on?
Oh, just waiting to have some what you call shenanigans. So that's what's happening.
That's my entire life is shenanigans.
That's what I heard.
And I got Eagle Rider, one of our
Queen of causing
usually
trouble and shenanigans on your channel. Hello, white nipple.
Hell yeah! Oh God, I'm a
Hey,
white nipple.
Geek Avenger, one of my favorite people ever.
I'm so sorry. I love tormenting you when it switches to that. Every so often when you do the kick out and you get set up to start the stream, it switches to that just as you're closing it out. And I see it happen and I sit there laughing. And if I was nice, I would type to you backstage, oh, it screwed you over again. But I usually just wait and embarrass you on air.
I mean, what else is new? But I mean, I would do my video, but I'm not wearing a shirt right now, and I don't want to subject everybody to that. You know.
I look like a train wreck.
Oh, come on.
I ain't even gonna lie. I look like shit.
Do it. Do it.
I'll do it towards the end of the stream.
Yeah,
But,
so
you know-
everybody
What I
can
do
get-
is I just drink the
Yeah,
whole time.
what you
and then-
do is you do it as you end the stream, and that way everybody can just leave the stream and go vomit, and we're okay.
Exactly.
Harsh.
Exactly.
Ben
The
knows me
frickin'
well enough. I always torment him.
It's good stuff.
So, you know, the world has changed so much ever since the Oscars because, you know, apparently a celebrity hitting another celebrity in public, that's unheard of. It's just never happened.
Yeah, like it was like this was anywhere near as big of a deal as when like Zsa Zsa actually assaulted a cop just for pulling her over when she was being psycho.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. But apparently, you know, it depends, I guess, what camp you're in, right? It's
You know,
acceptable.
I'm in the camp where I don't give a shit what somebody said. Grow a
Well, that
fucking
would be
pair.
the third
You-
camp. Yeah.
Grow a fucking pair. You don't get to hit somebody just because you're offended at what they said. The other
True.
part of it is he is a fucking pussy who slaps like a little bitch girl, and he's a cock-faced pansy. His wife is an abusive piece of shit, cheating whore who deserved that and worse. And I don't give a shit if she is going bald. That doesn't erase the fact that she's a piece of shit human.
Now, wait a minute. Don't sugarcoat it. Tell us what
Yeah.
you really feel.
I fucking hate Jada with a passion. And I don't know why it's been scrubbed from almost everywhere online and nobody talks about it. And it was even fucking news when it happened. She sat there on a talk show years ago and literally said that she masturbated with her children to teach them how to do it.
No.
Yes.
Ugh. Well, what was that?
Oh,
She's a
geez.
fucking predator.
thing?
She's a fucking predator. And there's over 100 signs in their relationship, just in some of the stuff she said publicly, that she's a gaslighting abuser to her husband. She did it on air. She gaslit him, blaming him for her cheating and abusing him on national television.
And when he laughed. She gave him the look. He went up and slapped him, and then she laughed. But I just
Yeah.
think it's yeah.
I fucking hate that bitch. I've hated her for a long time. I hope she fucking chokes on her falling out hair.
Well, goodness. Yeah, I don't know what that whole red table thing was. So, like, if you don't want people to know your business, then don't go on TV and air your dirty laundry, and then not expect like what did Ricky Gervais say? He was like, "Oh, I wouldn't have made a joke about the hair. I would have made a joke about her boyfriends."
Exactly.
You guys
Right?
did see what I posted a little bit earlier, right? It
Which
asked
one?
the difference between another man's dick and another man's joke is, and the simple
I saw
difference is Jade only knows how to take one.
Yeah. So
No, because like when I saw the clip of that, first of all, I didn't mind it as much because I like seeing Chris Rock get hit in the face.
I'm not
But-
gonna lie, I like that too because I can't fucking stand Chris Rock at all. I think he's an asshole, and I think
Yeah,
he's a racist piece of shit. So I'm not gonna lie, there was a part of me that enjoyed that. at the beginning, but even that, okay, I have never hidden the fact that I can't stand Johnny Depp, but I'm still part of the Justice for Johnny group because abuse and assault isn't right. So I'm going to stand on, I fucking hate Chris Rock. He's a piece of shit. He will probably use this to find another way to demean white people and get white chicks to bang him while he does it. But you know what? Fuck that fucker anyways.
She's on a roll, man.
I mean...
But like my big thing though was just that like when I saw the clip, like I couldn't help but feel like this felt staged.
It
like
did
the
feel
whole
that
thing
way,
felt
and it's really
staged.
weird that I'm actually surprised all the stuff that's come out about them wanting to shut him down and the stuff that was said backstage and stuff that even a lot of the people who were saying it's staged is going, yeah, okay, this stuff doesn't add up for staged anymore. It's like, I'm actually surprised because I kind of thought it was because it was such a pussy hit. There's no way that was done intentionally, in my opinion.
That's what I was thinking. Like, didn't he play Muhammad Ali in a movie?
I was going to say,
2 years of kickboxing, I'm much bigger than that. Yeah. He slapped him like a little girl. And I was like, dude, if you're that upset and you played Muhammad Ali,
you should know something about how to punch a man upside his jaw and break it, especially a guy that scrawny.
Well, yeah. Let's see. When I saw the clip, it reminded me of... Oh, sorry, I'm reading it.
Oh, of course.
Yep. But yeah, I was just like, wait a minute. I'm sure he got better training than that.
I've got to admit that one of my favorite... There's a couple favorite memes I have of it. One of which is somebody actually pieced it right as the hand is slapping Chris and he's staggering backwards. And they actually pieced it into what looks like a poster for a TV show with the banner from Everyone Hates Chris on it.
Oh, yeah. I've seen so many, and it's like, oh my god, that was
fucking funny. I gotta admit, that one was funny.
Well, then I couldn't tell yesterday what was April Fool's and what wasn't. Like, did he really resign from the academy, or was that just a?
Our society is an April Fool's fucking joke at this point.
Oh my gosh, girl! Don't get me started. Yeah.
And the thing is that when I was a teen, I liked Will Smith. I liked a lot of the stuff he did.
Oh, absolutely.
And the thing is, I remember even back in the 90s commenting that the longer he was with Jada, the more he acted less manly, more pushed around. The signs he was showing by the late 90s of battered spouse syndrome, all that stuff. I saw it then. And he absolutely acts like a cross between a battered spouse and a cuck at this point. And it is, there's a part of me that still thinks, he hit somebody. He's a bitch. He fucked up. But at the same time, the amount of people who laughed and made fun of him when she humiliated him on national TV, bragging about sleeping with his friends and his son's friends and shit.
Yeah.
They laughed there as he's sitting there crying, going, look, he's crying. It's like, she's fucking blaming him for treating him like shit and cheating on him.
Yeah.
That's fucking abusive.
Well,
a woman was crying during that and you made... Yeah.
Right?
And that's called gaslighting. It's you are making the person feel like they're to blame for what you did to them. And it is actually one of the cornerstones of abuse. And...
Wait a minute. I thought we were going to talk about what didn't happen.
Yes, but he mentioned it in I tirade and I rant. And
wait a minute.
This is the thing is I have a bitch side a mile wide, and one of the things that I work so hard in is victim advocacy. And while I work for victims of both types, and I deal a lot with the women and children too in the inner city and stuff, I'm very much in MRA and the men's rights and stuff because male victims have no fucking voice in the society. Out of over 30,000 shelters to help abuse and sexual assault victims in this country, only 6 will even admit men.
Yeah.
I have a fucking problem with the way men are treated in these situations. And it's something I rant about. I really rant about. And so, yeah, all the jokes aside, honestly, pray for him. Because that is an abusive relationship. And he's been in it so long, he's convinced himself it's his fault.
Because when he laughed, he looks over at her. Like,
for approval for his opinions. And
right, like the validation, is that okay?
Yeah. That's a big red flag. That's a big fucking red flag.
Let me, Aaron, you don't do that, do you?
Do I do what?
Do you look over at me for permission?
I look over for you for incoming.
Yeah. Although incoming, it's like, okay, what sarcastic comment is going to come out of her mouth next? Right? As I'm giving him the look like, don't mess with me. right?
I would look over to see if your feelings were hurt. I don't know that I would
Oh,
look to see if
he's so
you're-
sweet. Yeah, I should.
He
let me
has
turn on the camera real
mastered
quick.
the kiss up answers, hasn't he?
He's smart. Well, we've been together over 30 years, so you would think that. Let me see if I can. I'm going to turn on the camera and see. There he is, back behind me, working always, because our life is.
Hell yeah.
Not really.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm only in my 30s here, but I've been with my husband, married almost 16 years. Since our first date, we're approaching 19, so.
Oh, nice. Now, we were a little bit older. He had went to film school at USC, and so did a stint in Hollywood working for TriStar Pictures, and then decided that scene really wasn't for him. And then he came home back to Oregon anyway. And then I met him. So that was good. But
We met in college. We got married actually just over a week after his college graduation ceremony was our wedding.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I always tell, in fact, somebody asked me on Wednesday how long we were together before we got engaged. And my response is, I don't want to tell you. And they were like, what? I go, because if my kids did this, I would thrash them. Oh, no, I would say absolutely not. But we were together 4 months before we got engaged. And then got married
Wow.
6 months later. Yeah.
Well, I could
but
give
it's
you
been,
a little
like,
bit better. It's a little
29 years.
complicated. It's a little complicated because technically they dated first before that. But to be fair with what you just said, my mom dated my dad for a short time when he proposed the first time, and she panicked and said no and broke up with him and married an abusive piece of shit. And then when she was fleeing that guy, Dad helped rescue her and take care of her. And they actually married less than 4 days after the divorce was finalized.
Oh,
So,
wow. Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
We've
Miss
got a
Makeup,
couple
I
of
gotta
new
tell
guests.
you, you have the best sense of humor. And I love it. But I have to ask, Mr. Like, were you the one that posted a pregnancy test yesterday?
Yeah.
And was that real or was it April Fool's?
It's a joke.
Okay, darn it.
Oh, I thought you were
I
actually
know,
having a
it was
baby.
so hard yesterday to go, was this real? Was this not? But I'm glad you guys are on camera, so I'll be on camera.
It's a classic.
First, I was
isn't
like,
it?
I don't want to be the only face on here. Because I was like, oh, yay. Oh, okay.
No.
Okay, I'm going to
actually have a
ask you
baby.
guys. Did any of you guys actually see the little joke post I did?
I want to look.
I gave people 6 items I listed, and one of them is a lie.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I said 3, didn't I?
I'm laughing at the responses because the responses are so, well, not accurate at all.
I'm going to look.
But this was me screwing with it. And the thing is, I went for things that almost nobody would know about me and then mixed them with some other shit that's crazy as hell just to see if I could confuse people. And it seems to have worked. There's a few people that have answered. I've gotten DMs about it going, seriously, I don't know what the fuck you're saying. Or are those others
Tell me
actually
which one.
true?
Tell me which one. Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, well, let me put it to you this way. You're wrong. And that's all I'll tell them. But they're getting irritated at me.
So it's kind of fun to try to figure out, like, what would it be? Oh, no, I can't
I'm
find
just,
it.
I'm just
Especially
glad we
because I
finally
put some
got.
crazy shit on that
Aaron
post.
said real quick.
I'm just
I
glad
put
we
some
finally
crazy-
got one of the UK people on.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be going to sleep in 10, so I'm just popping in. Say hi.
Can I say hi to the
Okay.
back of Aaron's head real quick?
Oh, yeah. Aaron. Say
Hi,
hi.
Aaron.
He's working. He doesn't get to play.
I know.
He is so close to being done. It's like, oh.
It's
But
just
he's
sad
like,
as-
can you see the page? Because he doesn't want to give away anything, of course. But
Well, of course.
Hmm.
he can't. It's all just whited out.
I finally,
Um,
I'm glad I finally get to meet you, Shelly. We interact on Twitter all the time.
Yes, we do. Thank you. I was just going to say that finally. Oh my gosh. No, it's been, that's been one of the positives, is getting to meet so many people and interact with so many positive people. The flip side is, well, the flip side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to be
I
fair,
didn't
can
realize
be both
that
the
people were so
positive-
interested in what I have to say, because who am I? I'm just the wife, as I always say. But apparently,
no.
there's a few people-
One sec. Gotta correct that. Just the wife doesn't exist. We
Well,
are
that's
the
why I would
control
go,
of the
"Just
household
the
because we have
wife."
the sex stuff. But no, I was gonna say that's the funny thing is I can be the really positive person. I'm the promoter. I'm the always trying to help people. Always reach out to people. At the same time, I can be the biggest bitch. I can be the biggest flaming person. I have some of the darkest sense of humor and going after antis and shit. And people don't know which side of me they're gonna get. And then I'm like, it's like I'm talking to Mike Jimmy the other day, and from the chat while he's on a stream, and he's telling them that I love talking to her because she's savage as fuck. And my first response to chat was going, "You just called the native woman savage. I'm gonna get you canceled now."
Oh, yeah. But no, if somebody goes after one of my peoples, I don't like it. I don't like it. And yeah, you think so, Fox? Yeah. Don't mess with my peoples. Because I don't care what they say about me as much.
I'll try it this way.
Making videos about me.
Pop, sweetie, how nice am I when people piss me off? Oh, he can't even keep his face.
There are a few that I really, really love out here in Twitter and YouTube land. Christy Shin, the demon bitch, of course. Okay. That one over there. Okay. Actually, all three of these ones because Shelly's the wife everybody wants as far as standing up for her man. Okay.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Everybody wants a wife.
Oh, Aaron said he wasn't listening.
That.
Liar.
Okay. Everybody wants a wife that would be like that by their side. You know, everybody does, no doubt. Okay. She's same way.
Mm-hmm.
She's same
Oh,
way.
so am I definitely. It's all about hubby.
Yeah, you guys all rock, and you're all stand-up people, and it's rare in today's world that real is allowed to happen. We all get shot down all the time by holier than thou. You know, it's like no, that ain't how it really is. You guys know that. You guys are real, and that's all I want out of somebody is to know when I interact with them, I'm getting who they really are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I try like on Aaron Live, on Aaron's show, we do a Shelly shout out. So I try to be positive. And when I was accused of being a very unhappy person, I was like, where have you seen that or whatever? But they, people that want to they'll find what they're looking for. So if they want to say that I'm evil and mean or whatever, they'll find it.
We'll all have those moments. We all have those bad moments. Let's be honest. That was the other thing with all the shit that's been happening recently is the people going, well, I've never lost it like that. It's like, oh, you bullshit. Bull fucking shit. I know there's not a person out there who has not flipped their lid at some point in their life.
Yeah.
Well, especially when you're defending something that is very meaningful for you.
Yeah.
Then of course
you
you're
heard me
like,
going as soon as I had a chance to get the MRA shit going when I started ranting about victim stuff. That's me.
Right.
That's legitimately me. That's the thing is I am passionate when it comes to medical care, access to care, fighting reservations, fighting for victims, all this stuff. I am passionate when it comes to fighting the actual injustices in the world. And I am passionate about calling out the fucking fakes because they make it harder for the real issues.
But Geek Avenger definitely likes his, he'll have someone's 6 if the baddies come out on Twitter. He's one definitely that has my back, which is nice.
Same way. I see somebody going after Shelly. I'm, no.
I gotta admit, I have never had as many wars as it is between me and Lenore going back and forth with each other's trolls. I swear to fuck's sake.
Well, what's funny is you can say one name.
Me and Lenore, I swear, we adopt each other's trolls constly. Or we start going at each other's trolls constantly. And like half of the day, we're just trashing each other's trolls or getting our own.
That was a new thing for me.
Fucking love that girl. I fucking love that girl. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like as 100% straight cock girl as I am. There's so a little bit of that girl crush for Lenore just because I love that girl and how much me and her trash people together.
27%.
No, trust me. I don't. There's zero attraction to the female body. Zero.
Squeaky. So Squeaky is the better half. See how I said that, Geek Avenger?
Guys, lovely meeting you. I'm going to bow out because it's 1:30 a.m. here.
Get some rest.
That's
Okay.
probably why you don't
But
get
yeah,
a lot of UK
next time,
people.
I'm still awake at this time of the night. I'd love to pop on again. Have a
Yeah,
good
you got to
one.
come out a little earlier if you want to get the UK to join you.
When I get back to streaming here, hopefully in a few weeks here as I recover from the leg injury, I usually do afternoon art streams, so it might be a place you might want to hang out because they're usually afternoon in my time.
So thank you. Cool.
I
Thank
will
you.
willingly and happily share a link with the Fusebox group. I love you guys. So you guys
We
are
love
more
you.
than welcome to hang out around my streams when I do them.
Hell
Cool.
yeah.
Take care, guys.
Take care.
Thank you.
See you later.
I may grow to regret what I just said, especially with Ben shows up. Love you, Ben.
That's squeaky on here. Yay.
By the way, I've been using this avatar for a few months because I haven't been able to do my drawings for a while with this injury because of the angles I have to sit at and the nerve issues that have been flaring. This was the last drawing I got to do, which was right around Christmas. So I've been using it until I can get back to drawing more.
Let's see, mine
I'm
is
using my Sam Elliott avatar today.
absolutely. And of course, I got me some
And
Ray.
Ben is still a white nipple.
I can see my pirate, so I don't know what you're
Oh, we
talking
can't see
about.
the pirate. That's why I wondered where that happened.
I have
Oh,
all my haters avatar. Okay,
Yep.
for all my haters.
Oh, funny.
You know.
Speaking
We
of
have
haters, what is their
we have
deal?
the, I signed with Disney. That was
No. There's an
that was
easy
my
issue
April
with the
Fool's
haters.
joke. That was my April Fool's
The
joke.
haters, it's a simple thing. I'll put it this way, it's really simple. They're just bitter and angry because they need tweezers and a telescope to actually find it, to play with it, and they get turned down by blow-up dolls.
Okay. So this avatar is my April Fool's joke yesterday. It was my I signed with Disney.
Right. I think I did see that.
You know,
Oh my gosh.
I have the greatest April Fool's joke ever. My cousin, she was born on April 1st. I mean,
So was my brother.
My mom was.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's why we always call him our April Tool. Because
I have a cousin who calls me his worst birthday present ever because I was born on his first birthday. And then one of his friends called me that and he punched him out.
Oh.
Like I said, I can speak to violence is not the solution to words because I've seen it too much in my own life.
Oh gosh.
To be fair, and I am one, I have a reputation in the past. I have been a brawler. I have been a fighter. I have been in a lot of fights in my life.
No.
I have never swung first in my life. It was always self-defense or defending somebody else who's being beat up. Always. But I've been in a lot of fights.
I'm going to say no comment.
I can't imagine.
No, you can't imagine anybody fighting with me. I'm such a sweet, innocent, wholesome woman who never causes any problem. I'm so softly spoken, so delicate, so demure.
Well, now that I'm old, I'm a lot more calm. But yeah, there's a few people that probably never want to cross my path now.
I can honestly say some of my altercations have been a matter of public record.
Oh boy.
I could say mine would have been.
Open new window, Google.
I was young enough when they happened. They don't exist on the record anymore. I'll put it that way.
Oh my
Okay?
god.
No, I can sit there and tell you about getting yelled at by the cop because biting is wrong. And I'm sitting there going, she was strangling me. She's lucky she still has fingers. I'm going to bite them off if she tries it again.
Oh my gosh.
You started that story in the middle.
No, that's
Biting
about
is
it.
wrong.
Is the girl the
That
biting.
was the end.
To be fair,
period.
basically, its sum up is she was a neighborhood bully. She decided to try to strangle me, and I bit her so bad that when I ran into her a few years ago, she still has problems with her hands.
Mike Tyson over here.
Yeah, it wasn't an ear.
Bit her ear off.
No, I went straight for the fingers that were choking me, and I bit.
Oh wow.
Like I said, I'm not a demure woman, okay? So I was for a long time I was a blackout rager where if somebody hit me or somebody did something that set off my PTSD, I would wake up a few minutes later with them on the ground bleeding. So I'm not gonna lie. I've got issues.
It happens.
But again, they were always self-defense, and it was always just trying to keep myself safe. So fuck them. They deserved it. I mean,
Sorry, I'm checking some tweets that I was waiting to hear a funny comeback from. That's what I love. Some people are so clever. I'm not so clever.
I am some days, and other days I'm not. I think it depends on what state of mind and hormones I'm in. Like right now, I'm on hormone therapy, so you guys are lucky that I'm not just swearing every fucking word.
You're
Just
not.
every third.
I had not noticed the difference. I'm just saying.
I was
Fuck
about to
you, you
say.
fucking fucker, fuck.
I was about to say, like, you know, I'm pretty used to you going on the rampage.
Okay, fuck you
careful,
all.
careful.
Yeah, careful. She's a biter.
I'm just giving him credit that at least he said rampage and not warp path, considering who I am.
You see, that's why I slowed him down. I was like, careful, careful. You're getting close.
I know. I don't look it,
Come
but
on, say it. I want to cancel you with Jimmy. Come
I
on.
too am Native American, but I don't look it because my dad ruined us. Blonde hair, blue eyed. Ruined us.
The funny thing is, for me, is technically I am split, but I am mostly Lakota. But I am paler than the white side of the family because I do have a form of albinoism.
Oh, no, my mom was Navajo. But yeah, my dad, blonde hair, blue eyed. Although, I mean, he was 6'2", so at least we got a little bit of height because my mom was 5'2". But I would have given up a little bit of height to have her beautiful skin.
How tall are you?
Or pasty.
My dad was way up here in dark, and my mom was way down here in white, and I'm right in the freaking middle.
Yeah,
Yes!
we all have dads like transparent.
Except for the skin tone, you've got me right there. My dad, well over 6 foot. Well, he's kind of shrunk a little from muscular dystrophy damage, but he's well over 6 foot. My mom was barely 5 foot. I am a little over 5'8". So,
Oh, I would have given money. I'm only 5'6", so. But I was a volleyball player in college, so I could jump really high. But
in high school, Job Corps, and college, and that's actually how I shattered my nose. Was apparently they don't like it when you're yelling at them to stop hitting like a pussy when you're on the front doing spikes.
yeah, I never did that. Oh yeah. But when Aaron and I, were we married yet? We both had to give up sports because it was just like I said, I never really envisioned myself getting this old. So I didn't think about, you might need that later.
I
was in wrestling.
I played hardcore softball, like beer ball on a beer league where people didn't care and took each other out and stuff like that. Till I was 47.
Oh yeah,
I still go out and play golf, and I don't. I could legally, as a senior, tee off way up there on the yellow tee box, right? But I'm back there with the boys.
Oh, I can't.
Here's the weird thing, honestly.
I swing a golf club.
Here's the weird thing is because I am legally disabled. I also was in wrestling. I was in volleyball. I did all this stuff. I worked on a rock wall as a player, and actually, when I left Job Corps for the rock wall, we had 8 different walks of different climbs of different difficulties. This was a several-story wall. And most of them had places where you were like climbing upside down on a box and going in this like slanted 45 backwards and shit like that up this rock wall. And when I left, out of the 8 paths up the wall, I had 7 of the speed records.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, not me. No.
But I have back damage. I have nerve damage. I have the nerve conditions and other stuff. And it hit me in my early 20s where I started becoming completely legally disabled, but I still am getting up near 40 now, and I still work as a nature photographer. I spend my time out, climbing rock faces in winter and tracking eagles and photographing the nests and shit like that. So, I mean, even legally disabled, I'm not sitting still and being good. So I don't know what that says about me.
I always say getting older is highly overrated. But I guess the alternative isn't much better. I keep going. Okay, I'm not going to be the only face on here.
Do you know Crom? Do you know Crom?
That's awesome.
We had 5 of these on the campaign, right?
Yeah.
We had 5 of these available on the campaign. They were the first thing out of everything on the list to sell out.
Oh, nice.
Everybody likes the crochet crotch.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
gone.
you know what we just added now that we're sharing? I have to share. Hey, there he is. We just added laser engraved shot glasses, which I demoed on the show last Sunday with a little fireball. It was good. And then some beanies. I put it on, but I just curled my hair.
Beautiful.
So yeah, it's been really
I'm
fun.
just not in good shape right now.
Totally fun. So I'm gonna put this aside. And then we had t-shirts, which of course we don't have yet. But
Church crop.
see, there you go. We did. I mean, that's been like I said, the number of moving parts involved in running a campaign. Wow.
Did you see those beautiful shoes that Mike Barron showed off the other day? Those Punisher shoes?
No.
Okay, my friend Nick, right? He hand paints, custom paints shoes.
Oh,
He
wait.
totally strips down the leather and sands
Yeah.
them and does all. He did a pair for Mike. And Mike showed them off the other day. He did a little video where he unboxed them and showed them off. Well, the guy who did those shoes is doing 12 pairs of prom shoes for our campaign too.
Oh, cool.
So, you know, if
I
you
think I
wanna-
did see. I think did he put them on Twitter?
Yeah, I mean, he played the video, and of course, I've been showing him off ever since because
Gotcha.
Nick's our guy. You know, I'm trying to help him. I'm promoting what he does too. He's an artist as well. You know, I mean, he paints those shoes. He's down there with the toothpick.
Mhm.
Painting, you know, like
Right now, I'm
super
doing
detailed.
simple stuff.
Yeah.
You're always doing simple stuff. Oh
No,
Our
I'm
daughter
not, you
did.
fucking asshole.
One of those.
Oh,
Now,
Lordy.
These are actually, it's hand chained and stuff, and it's actually sterling with gold plating and real pearls. So
Nice. Oh shoot. I thought Mike put it on here because I think I saw something like that. But I don't have any of those skills. So it's all amazing to me. Because I
I will make anything from the simple jewelry up to intricate interwoven laced up chain stuff and things like that. I paint, I do photography, I do colorist stuff and drawing, and basically anything I can get my hands on I will dabble in and try.
I think the only thing I'm really good at is napping.
Okay.
I have like my PhD in napping. Yeah.
I just dropped something in your Twitter inbox, Shelly.
Oh, you did.
By the way,
There
the
it is.
PhD in napping, that's my father.
No, I did not see these. How cool is that?
That's
Did
Are
he?
those cool or what?
Yeah. Holy cow.
So
How
my
fun is
campaign is the first campaign that this guy's ever doing shoes for, and he met. I introduced him to Mike because he's a huge Punisher fan.
Yeah.
And then him and Mike started talking. He says he's gonna make Mike a pair. I'm like, yeah, you go ahead and make Mike a pair. You do that. You know.
Yeah. He
I
was
can
one of
wait,
our first guests,
you
wasn't
know.
he?
Yeah,
We interviewed him on Air Live.
Out of everybody that I've been online with since I started doing this a little over 2 years ago, I've spent more time online with Mike, other than my actual co-host. He's been on my show and I've hung out with him.
Oh, that's nice. He is so nice.
He was actually the very first person when I started doing this. He texted me, or we were talking on Facebook, and he sends me a message and he says, "Here's my number, Pops. Call me."
Oh, nice. Oh,
Which
pop them up on screen. Can you put them up or?
I can. Let me see. I'll send it to you.
Okay, they're super
Yeah.
cool. Geek Avenger. I can actually send them to you too, but
I actually have. I need to figure out where
Yeah.
I put them. I actually have a set of necklaces I made when I was working with Doc Hogg and Lenore and them with the tilt stuff. Where I actually have a set of necklaces that are like beaded necklaces. The focals are like bottle cap art I did, where the actual image in them is some of the colorist work I did for the cover work of Tilt.
hold on. Okay, I'm sending
There
it to you, Geek.
There you
I've
go.
just got a mailing list right now.
Now, also, did you guys see the
Oh, I
show?
can't. I can't really share it on here because like it's on my cell phone.
Oh,
So, like
yeah.
if you can
I
like
sent-
I got it. I got it.
You got it. I did send the picture to Geek Avenger on Twitter as well, but other people might want to see them.
There you go. Can you share that screen right there?
Miss y'all.
Bam! Look at those shoes, boy. And the
So
other
cool.
side,
Let her-
the other side has two different Punisher era logos, but not the new one.
Right. Oh,
You know, the old
the new
Punisher
one.
era
Right.
logos, right?
you mean the real Punisher?
Yeah. So you can see the two different Punisher logos, like on the bottom right and the top left, right? So on the other side of the shoe, you have the two different Punisher logos.
Gotcha.
And, they're just cool as hell. And he'll be
Well, one of a kind, right?
Yeah.
Like, even if it's another Punisher one, they're going to be a little bit different.
Yeah, there's no way they'll be the same. And the same with all of the shoes that he makes for us. It'll be 12 different pairs of shoes, and they'll all be numbered individually.
Cool.
He's making a pair for me right now, and we'll be showing off the process as he's
Nice.
doing it over the next couple weeks. It'll be pretty cool. I mean, Nick's a real good dude. He has a clothing line, and he does these shoes and everything. Dude, I mean, Nikes, Vans, whatever kind of, pretty much whatever kind of shoes you want. And they're tight. My I guess you'd call her a niece, kind of, sort of, my son's brother, girlfriend, like,
Yeah.
She actually has a pair that Nick made, and I actually saw him and got to hold him. But he took this pair right here before he sent them to Mike, and he twisted them all up and bent them and twisted them, and just to show everybody that this is a wearable pair of shoes.
Oh, right. I was thinking that, like, I wouldn't want to wear them.
Yeah, well, you can. They have they're made so that you can wear them. They have layers of a clear coat over them so that you can
Yeah.
clean them, without damaging them.
Mhm.
I mean, they're made to be worn. And
Nice.
I'm gonna wear mine at the cons.
Oh, that's a good idea. Then you can kick back, like, at a table and put your feet up
Yeah.
and show them off. Might have to get me some.
I don't have
Practice
any-
my hobby of napping.
And he will do this for other campaigns after ours as well. But you can hit him up for individual whatever.
What a fun, yeah.
New Genesis Designs,
New Genesis Designs. Very cool.
name of this company.
Yeah, you creative people kind of freak me out a little bit.
Yeah,
And these our daughter took a pair of Vans, I think, and did that. Not with Punisher, obviously, but I look at her and Aaron and just go, "Oh, so you just did that? Okay."
I didn't know if you guys saw earlier. But
I used to do clothing
Shay.
stuff.
did you guys see Shay?
Shay is awesome. Yeah.
She
saw that. It was like-
she cosplayed Chrometta.
That is awesome.
That was so cool.
I was actually going to say, I actually used to do clothing stuff. In fact, I used to do a lot of Renaissance stuff, and I would actually stitch out the Renaissance velvet gowns with the lacing and all that and make them. So
I have to show you the picture, the actual.
I got to the point where I hate sewing because it, for some reason, sets off my nerve pain. So I quit doing it, but part of me misses it,
Okay, so this is the one that's actually what she's cosplaying. There she is. Is that beautiful or what? She did Chrometta.
Quite lovely.
Shay's so cool.
I love hanging out in a group that's more fucked up in the head than I am. It makes me feel really good about myself.
I don't,
I love you
I don't-
guys.
I don't have any fancy add-ons yet. I just got my mailing list, which is located in the description of this video.
Like I told you, the mailing list, if you get the 100,
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
if you get the 100 sign-ups on it, I will do a drawing to actually send somebody some pearl earrings. It's either used for them or get to their spouse.
Amen. We need to
actually,
get at least 100 sign-ups.
And then it would be a drawing out of somebody in the sign-up.
Amen.
We did this Jim O'Reilly print from the fromage that he did of the Steranko Hulk, but it's really chrome, right? Pencils and inks, and this is on the campaign. You can get these beautiful pieces of art. There's so many people that Bill Moss. We did a piece of art that Bill Moss did for me, which again you see chrome and the reflection of the blade, little homage stuff, right? But Bill Moss did this for me, and I was like, Bill, can I use this as the interior front cover, and we can put the table of contents around the image? And he's like, oh sure. And I was like, oh, I love you guys.
I'll save you guys a lot of effort. I say it half-heartedly, but yeah, I ain't gonna love any of you. I mean,
I don't know. Aaron left the room, so I can say this probably, but oh no, I could. I think because he did tweet the piece of artwork, but Dale Keown did a oh gosh, help me here, guys. A Wolfman or whatever, piece that Aaron shared that's going to be the inside cover, I think. But then so many people asked that they're actually going to color it and make it another alternative cover.
Sweet.
For Wraith. Yeah. And
nice. I've been teasing Malin about getting Dale to do a cover for us.
Yes, I saw that. Yes. Yeah. And that was, I had never met Dale, and then we had him on, and oh my gosh, he was so funny. And then of course after, you stay and kind of chat a little bit. And again, I always say there's been so many positive things about all of this, and that was another one. But yeah, so super excited about that getting. Ooh, okay, he didn't hear. I was hearing his voice. I was like, "Oh, is he yelling at me?" But I think I'm good. I never know because I see stuff and then I get excited. He goes, "Don't say anything," and I'm like, "Oh, now I have to."
Don't you hate that though? It's like, as a promoter, as somebody who goes out and promotes people all the time, people are always sending me stuff, and they're like, check this out, Pops, but don't show nobody yet.
Right.
I have the largest file of art I cannot show.
Right. Well, and I'm such a
I get that too. They show me stuff and they're like, isn't this awesome? Look at this. Isn't this great? Look at this artist I'm working with. It's like, I'm in the fucking promoters group. I do all these promotions. Would you fucking send me stuff I can actually show people?
What do I have to know? I have to wait for Aaron to do it first.
Can't show up. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's great, but.
Yeah. If you only knew what I know. Yeah.
I have the hugest file of art that, eventually, of course, it becomes released and I can't.
Yeah.
And I mean, I just have this huge file of when it got to me. It's like, can't show. I have a folder called can't show. And that's
your studio or your office looks awesome.
This is like my lounge.
Yeah.
I mean, filing cabinets full of books. Aaron's probably in there a lot. Boxes back there. He's probably back there a lot.
Oh, nice.
Boxes all down this side of the room.
It looks really organized in there.
That filing cabinet back there is all the recent crowdfunders.
Oh,
just
nice.
like the last year and a half, and those two drawers are full.
Yeah.
All these
I've
people
been so
say,
impressed.
"Oh, wait forever for a book."
No,
it's full.
Yeah. Right. I've been so impressed with the talent because honestly, okay, I shouldn't out myself like this, but I would go to Comic-Cons to see our friends and show up for dinner. And then when I was younger, I'd go to the pool all day or I'd go shopping all day and then just show up for dinner. And so I didn't really I knew what Aaron was working on, but I didn't know. I mean, I wasn't as involved in things like I am now. But I have been so impressed with the level of talent that I've seen. I had no idea, and I feel kind of foolish now. But I mean, you would think after being together 30 years, I would know a little bit more about comic industry. But like I said, I'm foolish. I just showed up for dinner.
Well,
buying dinner and drinks.
I was a comic, and I mean literally comic fan all my life. I couldn't have put names to art. None of that. I liked the stories that I read, and I rarely paid attention to who wrote them. It was this is my entertainment, and was like, I don't read the credits when I watch a movie either. You
Right.
know, I
Right.
mean, yeah, okay, so I'm looking for entertainment, not, anything beyond that. Now, when I started doing this 2 years ago, when COVID shut everything down, and I had all these friends with no tables to set up and no way to make money, that changed the way I looked at it. And then I started realizing that all these people are all over my they're all over my atmosphere right here, right?
Right.
Like Mike Barron, okay, the first time I interviewed him, and he gave me just a small amount of his credits because I found so much more after that. But
Right.
just the few titles that he said, and it was like after the interview, I went, look,
And then there's a million.
I got Mike all over the place.
Right.
He's all over this freaking room,
Right.
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 Same thing with Art T. Bear and
Yeah.
Aaron, and
Same.
all these guys that you used to have to stand in line to talk to for 2 minutes.
Well, that's what, like, that was the weirdest thing for me was I'm the one yelling at him to get his laundry in the hamper. And remember, it's garbage day. And then I remember once, somebody asked, what's he really like? And I went, oh, he's horrible. Like, I'm sure he's awesome. Why would I, but
I mean,
he is.
I've got to talk to all these people. Like, now I get to talk to them all the time, and I get
That's
to talk to
been the
them,
best. Yeah.
on a personal level. And it's
Yes.
the first time I did CromCon 2 years ago. 2 years ago this weekend. This is
Yeah.
okay. This was the level of my organizational skills, Shelley.
Yeah.
I wrote the freaking.
Hey, I'm a big paper
guest
person too,
list.
right? Yeah.
It was the closest thing I had to start writing down the
Right.
names and who was going to be and what time. And it's Saturday. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And
You
I
do
did it
so
all.
much. Yeah.
But that was the last guy I interviewed was Brian Polito from Lady Death. And he came out for like 90 minutes and just blew us away, because he was the crowdfunding guy right at that time. It really had broken some barriers. Him and Billy and Ethan, I guess, are the three, that really made crowdfunding thing everybody started looking at.
Right.
Oh my God.
Well, and it's so much more personal. It's so much more enjoyable. Like our friend Geek Avenger here. There's so many people. Like I always laugh and I go, well, so if you're ever at a con, you have to come up and say hi. Except we don't know what most of them look like or their real names, right? So we have to go. But you have to introduce yourself as I am Geek Avenger, whatever. But
Exactly.
we talk all the time. They chat in the stream on Sundays. It is you have a relationship with my people that you don't have except if you go to a con and then maybe you see them for, like you said, for 2 seconds. And in fact, I loved cons. And again, I'm the spoiled one that just travels along and, who gets to go to Europe and things for free.
Well, see, for me, it totally changed.
I'm spoiled. I'll admit it. Yeah.
I used to go to the cons as a fan, and now I go as press.
Right. And that's what Aaron,
Now
when
I
he
walk-
started, he would go as a fan, and he's been a comic book geek for, like, he does a partner show where he uses the comic, like What's It Worth, and he uses this from 1976, the first price guide that he ever bought.
Overstreet, yeah.
Yeah, and Bucket List. I don't know if you guys have heard, but he actually has got to do the cover this year. One of them for
Really?
And then we kept going around going Bucket List, baby.
All right.
But
That's what it is, bucket list.
yeah, I mean, like
Yes,
for
it's
him
rich.
to be able to do a cover for the price guide is like he came in and he was. I was like, "What's wrong?" And his face was just like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, what happened?" He goes, I was just asked to do a cover for the price guide, and I was just like, oh, well, me so calm and all, but demure. I kind of lost my shit, and but yeah, I mean, just even though it's like I said, especially the beginning was tough with the harassment and stuff, but there's been so many more positive things than. But you think it's done, and then like Fusebox, I messaged you earlier. Yet another thing about me out there, and you're like, what? Oh yeah, we'll be wearing our Race of God t-shirts, and
I gotta wear this one to the con.
But isn't it fun though? Like people are going to see it and go, "Oh, you're that." I have that.
It's funny because I was going to say now I go to the Lacona's Press, right? And I go around and I interview the people that I talk to online. I get to actually talk to them live and interview them live. But there's people that go, "Yo, Pops!" They see that hat. They see that hat way down the aisle, and I'll hear people yelling, "Yo, Pops!"
Well, that's what I did when you came on here, Pops. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
fun.
It's I mean, come on, I'm just a comic book fan.
Well, and I'm just the wife, right? Tell me about your prom-cons and what you do for kids.
Well, the comic books for kids is not what I do, but it's a charity that we sponsor.
Yeah.
And they also have a comic books for the troops, for the, more adult type comics. But Mark is awesome. Mark Weiss is the guy that runs Comic Book for Kids. And they put comic books, Pez, toys, all kinds of stuff. And they get them all donated or whatever, and they give them to kids in hospitals across the nation. Okay. Yeah. So like I encourage people, if you have a children's book, put a tier up there for CB4K and have the people buy 2 copies, one for themselves and one to be sent off to the hospital, for whichever hospital there's.
I think Tug's doing that
at the time, but they're doing stuff with like 180 hospitals across the nation.
Oh, that is so cool.
We have to have
this. This is one of the things that blew me away. Somebody that saw them on my show got a hold of Mark, and they're from the UK, and they said, "Hey, we want to send you a whole bunch of books to give out to hospitals," which Mark went, light bulb. Why have you send all those here to America when you could give them to hospitals there in the UK? And hence Comic Books for Kids International was born. And now they're going worldwide. I'm just a guy that sponsors them, that talks about them,
But it's still, when I saw that, I was aww.
One moment, I was going to take a moment since she did mention Tug to say he did post and share on that earlier. Yeah, they are saying that the possible outcome right now is that they do not believe that the youngest kid will need more surgery.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, they're also
massive yay for that. And I am so proud that she's been such a good kid through all of it.
Yeah. When he did the, I think he added a tier like that they'll match whoever gets a copy for a kid in the hospital, and then they'll match that as well. So yeah, in fact,
it's just cool stuff. I like. I got 4 grandkids. All I do is try to get them interested in what you guys do.
Yeah.
I mean, really, 2 of them are published.
Nice.
2 of them have art that is actually published. Actually, I got one of them right here handy because they printed this book backwards. Like 16 of the print run for some reason came out backwards, so it's like manga style. You read it from front to back. But that put my granddaughter's fan art second page from the front.
Oh,
so I said I need a whole bunch of those. So I got me a little stack of these, But it's Rich Parada's Incantessi, and it's a great book. Just saying.
I am gonna dip out, guys. I am not feeling great after everything the last couple of days.
Yeah.
So,
all right, hang in there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Love to you guys, and I'll try to keep people posted. Right now, it's just waiting and hoping he can hang on while they try to get things stabilized to figure out what's going on. So
we hope it gets better.
Okay, hang in there.
Hugs, guys.
Bye. All right,
Thanks for coming on, Rosetta.
Yeah. Now, my boy Jay he says he's too busy thugging it out and making bank. So I'm assuming that he's about to back that Cromnipotent tier on the Enter the Cromniverse campaign, right?
I wish I could back every book.
Me too.
I keep telling Aaron, you got to draw some more, man, because I got some books to back.
I mean, even if I had all the money that I could to back everybody, there'd still be people that slide under the radar. What I do is promote people all the time, and there's still books that I'll see with 3 hours left, and it's the first time I ever saw it.
Right.
And I'll be like, where you been for the last 60 or 30 days or whatever? How come I didn't get to talk about you online? You know,
Yeah.
there's so many. There's no way to keep up.
And people have been asking, like, isn't there a way that we can, have a centralized thing? Well, it would change every day, right? Or at least every week. And depending on people to, put their information in, I think it would be tough. But oh, cute! I banked out under a different name. But yeah, this, that it's been real eye-opening for us just how many moving parts and, even just, oh, my printer just told me now you can't get to my project till July. We're like, oh no. So he spent all this week trying to, find a new printer. And I think they came back and said, oh no, we think we can squeeze you in. And we're like, okay, good.
I think they just reminded themselves where he is on the food chain.
Well, he was talking to the main printing place, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes, I hate to even out myself on this too. Sometimes when he's talking, I go to the Bahamas sometimes in my head. I gloss over a little bit, so I miss some stuff. I can't help it. Sometimes I have to go, my brain is full. I can't take anymore. My brain is full.
Yeah, so. When I go to I'm going to Grand Rapids Comic Con next weekend, and Comics Wellspring sets up a table there. So I'm gonna walk up and do a little face-to-face dealing with them about, what kind of quote will you give me on this book and blah blah blah, and hey, I can play your ads, and and I'm gonna see what kind of deal I can get from these.
Well, that's what I told him. I said, maybe you need to say, hey, you know what? I could probably bring some people with me.
Well, see, that's the whole thing. I don't have a printer that I promote.
Right.
Okay. I mean, we talk a little bit about all of them, but they all have their goods and bad. We hear bad things about this one and good things about that one. And
he'll be like, oh, I didn't like the spine on this one or the paperweight on this one. And, he's really like, I even brought up why don't we look into somebody to help us with fulfillment? Because I'm not looking forward to it. I mean, I am, but I'm not.
RJ,
but he cannot let it go. I mean, oh yeah. Aaron is very I have to be on top of it and see how everything is packaged.
I had to have somebody do my fulfillment, or I wasn't. See, that was the whole thing. I didn't plan this campaign at all, anything about it. Okay. These guys came at me and they're like, you need to do something with this. And I was like, no, I don't. No, that's not. No, I'm not. I don't do what you guys do. I talk about comics.
Yeah.
So Ryan bugged me a little.
You do
it. Blame Ryan. Okay. And that's hashtag blame Ryan.
Okay.
He kept coming at me about it, and he was like, you really got to do something, Pop. And I said, all right, we'll talk after Christmas. This was right before Christmas. We'll talk after Christmas. And then I thought about it, and I said, you run a campaign. You handle all that, because I don't know nothing about it. I talk about comics. That's all I do, right? I said, and you get RJ to handle fulfillment. And then I'll come out here and I'll talk about comics, knowing fulfillment's going to be handled. Somebody else is doing the files and handling the printer. And now I have had a little bit to do with what the next stretch goals, stuff like that will be, because
right.
It's not theme-based.
I like what he said is you wing it, and the next problem that comes up, you solve that one, and then this comes up and you solve that. And then it took him months to talk me into being on the show with him, because I'm like, no. And then it was, let's do t-shirts and stuff. And he's like, no, maybe next campaign. And then finally, so it was just months of, but he, like I said, he has to really think things out. And I've been really impressed with how many, balls he just juggles at the same time, where, like I said,
dove in. I didn't know anything about any of this.
And that's how you jump in the deep end.
Dude,
and there you go.
I started this, like I said, I was just a fan, and Emerald City went down, and all my friends were like, oh my God, what am I going to do for
that was a great one. Aaron loved that show.
Okay? And it was like, they all freaked out. And I was like, all right, guys, well, really, I talked to Brian. I said, Brian, what are you going to do? Brian said, I'm just going to ship everything back to Phoenix, and I'm going to have a big sale online next weekend. Well, he had a huge following, and it was really easy for him to sell all that stuff anyway, right? All those Emerald City covers and everything, there's no problem for him to sell them, because she has this huge following. So
Oh, gotcha.
but-
Gotcha.
as a matter of fact, it probably made it easier because people that couldn't get to Emerald City could still get Emerald City covers. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So it was probably even better for him. But all my other friends that didn't have this huge following and everything is like, I was like, what are you guys gonna do? Okay, screw it. I'm gonna do an online Comic-Con. I'm gonna do, I didn't know what.
Well,
I
yeah,
was doing.
we did Aaron Con because one, that was just part of what he did, and honestly, that was part of our budgeting. And as we send our daughter off to college, she graduated high school right when COVID started, so like they didn't get a prom, they didn't get graduation or anything. I mean, they did their own kind of stuff, but we send her off to college, and we're like, Comic-Con money. What do we, and so when he did his first one online, it was kind of fun. Plus at Comic-Cons, I would have to step in and go, you need to eat. Or I would hold his pencil and go to the bathroom. You need to take care of you, because he would go all day. I remember one of the first San Diegos that we did together, he was coloring. I was feeding him under his arm because he would not stop to do anything. And yeah. Oh yeah. Aaron and his cannonballs. Yeah. Or he does the slap thing. You have to check out his stream. He's a character. Which I guess why I married him. But
you can be pretty sure that when I decided to do that, I thought I'd be doing it maybe for a couple months.
Right.
Okay. I mean, this is April of 2020.
Right.
Okay. I figured by the end of the summer, 14 days to flatten the curve. I figured maybe a couple months and all, everybody will figure it out, whatever.
Right.
I'm still doing it.
Who knew? Right.
Even though the cons have opened again in most places, I'm still doing this show every month because people still sign up.
It's accessible though. I mean, it's much easier than, like, I'm considering not going to San Diego with him this year because one, we don't need to pay for the airfare, the hotel, obviously the food, because I eat so much, I don't know, but my beverage bill. But yeah, I mean, I told him, I said, you go, I'll stay home with the dog. And, it's become a viable alternative than having to, do the airfare. I mean, I'm always impressed with people that come to the cons and it's all out of pocket and they've saved all year to do this and to buy art. And, we go there and make money and hope to break even. So it's not any loss or whatever for us. So I'm always, it's just so impressed with people that are that dedicated and do that. So we appreciate them a lot.
Yeah. She has him the day after he's had a fight because he's all beat up. Well, quit getting beat up, man.
I mean,
we need to talk a little bit.
He wins,
but that money maker, my friend.
Now though,
so, yeah.
Like what I'm hearing though is like both of y'all have done so much work, and now y'all have made it to Fusebox Engaged. Like you've hit the big time.
Well, I'm retiring after this.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it doesn't get better.
Ben's been on my show once too.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, geek. Gosh, one of my favorite people. But yeah, like I said, it's not to be too repetitive or geeky or anything, but the whole Comicsgate thing has been so much fun. I mean, 90% fun. But just getting to know so much more people on, on a personal level versus go to a con, you're like, hi, thank you, sign this. And you go, oh, thank you, or we see the same people year after year and you get your 5 minutes or whatever. And like I said, I've never been as involved with him and his work than I am now. And luckily I'm partially retired, so that I have that time to do that. But and seeing him so excited, like Pops, you can tell the minute you talk about promoting, you sit up and you are on fire, right? Yeah, that's what it's like. Yeah, seeing him be so excited about his own project. And I mean, sometimes he's just like, but he's found that passion again that before it was page a day invoice,
That was me 2 days before the campaign launched. 2 days before the campaign launched, and we were scrambling to get graphics and get stuff up because we're working with a lot of people, and we were, waiting
Right.
for art to come in that we could put on the page, and man, it was all a scramble.
Well, and
You
sometimes
know?
artists have issues with deadlines.
Well, yeah, and then like last
Right?
night, last night we had to update the page, okay, because we had a whole bunch of stuff that we wanted to put up there before we went on Shay's show today. Because I know Shay. Shay will dissect your campaign, and you know, she's going to ask the questions,
Yep.
the hard questions about
Yeah.
why you did this and what
Love
does
her.
this, what's up with that.
Yeah.
And you know me, it's
Better be
like I'm
ready.
going out here and you can ask Anthony. I was straight up a little bit worried, dude. We're going on Shay's show. This campaign has to be tight. Let's get this
Oh,
together.
fine.
We were
Yeah.
working on it again last night, you know, just so that it would be right for today, you know. And I think we got an A+ on our show. So
Yeah.
Oh, thought you were going to get shot. Well, well, that's what things have evolved to, right? Goodness. I know when Portland was imploding, I went and got me a cig. Not a cigarette, but a gun.
yeah, I know what you mean.
Because Aaron's like, oh, I couldn't do that. And I go, oh, good thing I can. So here we go. One of us, right?
Yeah,
Like he's just really calm and mild mannered, and looks at me when I get into it on Twitter, protecting my peoples or whatever. He's just like, oh, I go, I can't help it. Don't mess with Mama Bear, right?
exactly. And you know, I said that about you right away. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron got him a mama bear watching the house.
Well, yeah, and I did that hashtag don't mess with my man. But people saying, you know, going back to people saying the most outlandish things about him who don't even know him.
Yeah.
And
He's the nicest guy, man. He's like Billy Tucci, Don Chin, all these Peter Samedi, the nicest freaking guys you will
Just-
ever know.
yeah, and to say
Everybody
that he was a
touched
Nazi or whatever, but then, you know, now I have my fan club.
Yes, you do. 'Cause
That-
as soon as I saw you were out here, I was like, oh, see, I gotta go.
But no, like I'm thinking fan club sarcastic. I have a few people that really don't like me, and that's okay.
Me too.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
But you know, and we keep thinking, do we address it or not? And I just hope that the people that know me know the truth and would be like, oh, he's, you know, the videos against me and the whatevers. It's just insane.
And this is one of the things that I have to consider when I go out online. I have people that watch my shows that have known me since I was in school. School. Okay?
Yeah.
I can't come out here and act like I'm somebody else, or I'm gonna get my inbox full of pops. What the fuck was that?
Right. I keep saying I am what I am.
Yeah, this is me.
What you
know,
see
it's like,
with what you get, even when we do our show, like I don't even know what Aaron is planning for the show. I just walk in and go, all right, let's do this. And that's what kind of sometimes makes it so funny, because I am clueless and we don't rehearse anything. So the smart mouth that comes out is just who I am. And but for people, when, you know, sometimes it does sting a little bit, right? Oh yeah. No, I have my 9mm.
yeah, that's single action. You got to cock that every time. That's a real man's weapon.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, but yeah. I never thought I would do stuff like this though. So That's kind
That's
of a
what I'm saying. 2
big thing
years
for me.
ago, I was just a guy who collected comics.
yeah. Yeah.
COVID, like for me, and I'll be honest with you, everybody's already heard this. COVID changed my life. It gave me a completely new life direction. Yeah, I was a big comic fan and everything. I never thought I would do anything like this.
Right.
I grabbed that paper plate that day and started
Yeah.
writing names and times, and people kept sending me a message. Yeah, I want to be there. What time? Did it? And before you knew it, I had 3 days worth of 30-minute segments. You know, I had 36 hours worth of content.
Wow.
I didn't even know. I mean, I barely used StreamYard to come out here and go, "Hey, everybody, look what I got."
Right.
That
Well,
was
I had to come in here and go, Aaron, what do I do? Help me here. Yeah. What do I know?
Yeah, I had no idea. I dove in with both feet.
That's how you do it.
I've had people that have come back, you know, to multiple shows, You know, they always let me know when they're launching. So we do launch parties and countdowns and all of it. You know, whatever I can do to help people, to give them a spot, a time on the show. It doesn't matter. If you can't make Monday Madness, we do a special edition. You know, we got an open draw stream on Sundays for the artists.
Right.
Aaron.
Now, what time is that on Mondays?
1 o'clock on Sunday afternoons.
Oh, on
Go
Sunday afternoon
2
stuff.
hours.
Okay. Yeah, because ours is at, I'm writing it down.
Cool.
Sunday. And it's funny because to him, drawing is not a big deal. Right?
Mhm.
It still freaks me out to watch him draw. Our first date, he took me to a restaurant where you can draw on the tables, and he drew a portrait of me, and I was like, "Oh, I'm done." Oh my gosh, yeah, we still. I'll post it on Twitter, but I mean, he knew how to work his skills the right way. But our daughter is the same. She's majoring in art in college, and well, double majoring and then in dance as well. But she says things like, "I'm bored. I think I'm going to go draw." I've never said that ever in my life. Yeah.
When they say I'm bored, I say, "Do you feel like drawing?"
Yeah. Well, she says that. I was like, "Oh my, I'm bored. I'm going to go take a nap, man."
It's just like that, though. It's like one of them.
Cha-ching.
One of them is working on her own little comic book. She
Aw.
even made the binding with yarn.
Cute.
Okay, and she's got the characters, and she's, you know, it's like 5 pages or 6 pages.
Yeah.
Or something. And she's got her little character layouts over here, and you know, it's like we're just slowly doing it. I never pressure her to work on it, but whenever she's like, "I want to do, why don't you check this? Why don't you go back to doing that?" What about Penny and Izzy? I keep saying.
I'll have to find. Of course, Aaron had some connections at the time, but Sammy was actually sent in something for a DC comic that Aaron was working on, and they put it in there. And for her, it was like, "Oh, that's cool." And I'm like, "No, you don't get it." Like, because this is their world. Like, I think our kids grew up thinking that parents don't leave the house.
Right.
Because he's worked at home, you know, forever. And like, parents actually leave the house and go work somewhere. Although when I went back to teaching full time, they were like, "Oh yeah, people leave." But it's, you know, their view of reality is so different than, you know, like, Dad's go on every field trip and do all the playground duty, and I mean, that's what he did. He was there with them all the time. And like I said, she started drawing the minute she could hold the pencil, and it was just there, just like Aaron. It was just there. And our son is me. He's the math and science geek. So, and for him, that was just there, right? So
we got kind of lucky with the art teacher at the kids' school because he's a comic fan.
nice.
Of course, I had to go up and introduce myself. Man, you check out,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I had a poster of Aaron did half of it and Terry Dodson did the other half. And I had it up in my classroom. And that gave me such good street cred that kids would come in. "Do you see this?" Because I taught math, so that was not a room that a lot of kids wanted to hang out in. But I would have posters and San Diego bags and stuff hanging from the ceiling. And boy, they just thought that was the coolest thing. And they'd be like, "That's amazing." I'm like, "Oh, thanks. I didn't do it, but thank you. I'll tell him." Yeah. That's a nice sound to him. Oh, man.
Talking about my awesome music.
I was just thinking that. Like, that is so chill.
Now, did you guys see the tapestry?
Tapestry?
Tapestry? Did you see the tapestry? Oh. Did you see that? I'll show it to you. Check this out. We have a chrome blacklight tapestry. Look at that.
Oh my.
That is so fun. That is so, can I just say that's so 70s? I love it.
Yes, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, this whole thing is like, look, my first indie influences was the Freak Brothers.
Mm.
Okay. Crom steals weed. He steals people's weed. It's one of the things he does.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, but that's why we have a bit of a theme that rolls toward, you know, the legalization.
There's something for everybody, right? Like, Like I would have never thought to do that. Because that's not
Actually,
easy.
this wasn't my idea. This Anthony from Dark Gift Comics was the one who, the first time I saw the blacklight tapestries, and I was like,
Wow.
oh, we got to do that too, because I had the perfect piece of art for it already.
Right.
This was the perfect piece of art for a blacklight.
I love the colors. Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, we're doing that.
Oh,
But
fun.
the things, the future things, the stretch goals, we're going to do rolling papers and a little crown brooch clip and stuff that goes along with the theme. You know
Right.
what I mean? It's like, but I don't think I've seen anybody else do that before. So those are
Right.
new. I'm pretty sure the shoes are new. I'm trying to do stuff nobody's done before. Let's see if something works.
Wow.
You know.
I like that a
One
lot.
of the pieces of art that somebody submitted is what we're going to use for the package of the rolling papers. And somebody did a Frazetta. Vic King did a Frazetta Death Dealer, but it's Crom on the horse, and we named it the Dank Dealer. He's holding a little wrong, you know. I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
you know, it's themed, right? But that's what I want to use for the packaging of the rolling papers, because it's just a great piece of art. It's fun.
Wow.
Just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
Trying to spread fun. And,
Yeah. That's what.
the little guys.
If you're not
doing
having
that,
fun, then what's the point?
yeah, and
Right?
I've got
Yeah.
this little green dude, and he's interacting with 13 other IPs
Mm.
in an anthology. So it's, for me, it's just a way for me to promote all these people in one place.
Right.
It's still promoting. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's Edwin Badillo's art. Let's promote Edwin for a minute. That's Edwin
Right.
Badillo's art. He's amazing. He's the first person that ever drew Crom
There-
before.
Wait, yeah, Shelly was there when I showed up on the EVS stream. Hope all is well. Oh,
Yeah, Jay's the guy that just comes in and gives EBS a hard time just from the roll.
well, I think he's probably immune to it by now. He gets so much crap. Yeah, I don't know. I
I
don't know
want
how.
more too, Jay. I want more too. Why don't you buy this piece of art, bro? Why don't you buy this one? Yeah. Buy this one.
You know what? And even for somebody who isn't so much a comic book person, I know that. I have to say I was a little impressed with myself that I knew that.
You knew that chromage, huh?
Yeah, I was like, oh, I know what he's talking about. Oh, I'm so impressed. Yeah.
That is the Steranko Hulk cover. And Jim
I
O'Reilly.
wish Aaron was in here because there's every once in a while I impress him with my knowledge. Not very often. But this would have been one of them and he missed out. Darn it.
No, I ain't an e-beggar. I'm trying to get you to buy something. I'm not trying to get you to throw money at me. I'm trying to get you to buy something. That's e-marketing, brother. E-marketing. Not
Okay, Aaron just walked in, so I want you to show him that cover thing. Okay.
Oh,
And then it's prompt, but I knew what the reference was.
She knew what
I know.
this was.
I was so impressed with
that's
myself.
from the Stranko Hulk annual.
Yes. And she knew it.
And I knew it. I was like,
I'm stunned.
This is Jim O'Reilly's art right here.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
I was so impressed with myself there for a minute.
I like that.
He did this for the sign up, the early sign up backers for the campaign.
Yeah.
Then he sent me the original art, so we put it on the campaign as well, so people could buy this.
Very nice.
Cute.
You know. But yeah,
Very
he's
nice.
also doing a Crom sculpture. A bust
Wow.
of Crom that he's gonna do. He's gonna do a sculpture. Jim O'Reilly's a beast, y'all. If you don't know, go
Beast,
check out
y'all.
Jim O'Reilly. He's something else.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
Yeah, we probably should. Oh, well, I think I'm gonna have to bail and do something for dinners. But Fusebox, we want to
Yes,
hear from
indeed.
you too.
Absolutely.
Tell me about your project. Tell me about yours.
Well,
Go ahead.
well, sadly, I can't share it on here because I'm doing this from my phone.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hold up.
Part of the
Didn't you say-
aggravation.
No.
didn't
I
you
can
post the
fix-
cover? And the guy was like, and he had the headset thing.
Yeah, and also I have the link to the sign up page in the description of this video.
Cool. I just want to make sure we got that in there for you too,
Um,
because you've been such a nice host, and I think Pop and I could have our own like 4-hour stream.
easily.
Oh no, I love it.
But hold on, let me pop this up real quick. I can share this for you, Mike.
Oh, thank you.
That's what
Hell
I
yeah.
do. Well, there's no reason to leave without looking at yours, man.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Well, you know, I'm always here, you know.
Go ahead, pop it up in there. Show it
Hell
to the
yeah.
world.
So, this is going to be issue 2 of Outlawed Knights, Genesis of a Renegade. We are doing the email sign-up page right now, essentially. And basically, it is a futuristic story. Takes place in the 31st century. Humanity has begun colonizing into outer space. And it's kind of sort of a history repeats itself type of thing where the nations of Earth are all competing with each other for territory and resources. And it's a chaotic time, just like, you know, sound familiar? We kind of live in a chaotic time.
For
But
sure. Do you have that cover on there?
not like
okay.
full way.
Twitter?
Like I have like part of it technically.
It was super cool. I liked it. So I'll just say that out loud. That one, I think that's part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. See,
And
I'm
basically-
learning so much these days. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is a story about space pirates and a main character who kind of has a black and white view of the world that's going to get turned on its head.
All right, and there's Pop's email.
Yep, there it is. I don't care. I
Awesome.
don't care if people knows.
Love it. Yeah.
That's how you reach me if you want to book a spot on my show.
Exactly.
It's like this. It's not a secret.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, guys, I have had so much fun. I got to tell you, I didn't know what to expect. I'm like, it's just me, but I had a blast. And I look forward to seeing you guys again. And Pops, thanks so much for the positive energy that you put out. It is much appreciated and noticed. So thank you for that.
I wanted you to know, you can let Aaron know that sign up for CromCon 24 is Tuesday the 5th.
I gotta write it
2
down.
p.m. But if he wants a spot, just tell me it's a spot. Okay.
Awesome. We're so excited. We are going to see our daughter performs on Tuesday night. And so we're flying to Phoenix.
Oh, that's
to watch her dance.
That's just
that's the sign up.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Now, also, Ladies' Night, April 29th, Lola Meets and Christy Shin are hosting that. You are more than welcome to join.
Is that the one I was on already for St. Patty's?
No, this
Maybe.
This is CromCon.
Oh, the other one. Well, I got lots of stuff to write down here. Okay. Liz Matt and the feelings right. Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
I love that.
Love the vibe, Shelly. Thanks. I try.
Yes.
What else are you going to
Take
do?
care of you, man. We love you.
All right. Thanks, guys. Wow.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Woo! So yeah, I'm thinking actually it's probably a good time to wrap up the stream anyway. But
Yeah, that was fun. Thank
but
you.
Pops, tell us where we can find you.
Twitter right there, Madness Comic. If you're looking for another YouTube channel to subscribe to, it's Comic Talk with Pops Fan Zant. And all we do is promote people. We got, half a dozen different shows we do regularly. So, tune in. Comic related madness on Facebook. That's where it all began. And, that's where I do most of my work. So, check it out.
Hell yeah, man. And everybody,
Hold up. I guess it wouldn't be right if I didn't just do this at least once, though, huh? You want to play let me play my trailer real quick?
oh sure.
Yeah. I haven't, I think
Gotta
I've
get
only,
it in.
it's only been played on one show, the new trailer. So I think you'll like this. Let's see. I got to mute myself, though.
Oh yeah, I should probably.
The Comics Related Madness presents Enter the Cromniverse, an anthology featuring a little green dude with a bear.
Yeah, listen, it's me, Crom, the world's first real-life internet troll. So there's a whole gang of creators making an anthology starring yours truly. We're talking 15 creators, 13 stories, another 8 folks creating merchandise, all for your entertainment. Indiegogo is the place you want to go to back this glorious project. This anthology features my lovable self crossing over in today's best independent comic books and graphic novels, causing chaos everywhere I go. In addition, we're going to be offering custom painted shoes, black light tapestries, sketch cards, alternate covers, adorable crocheted mini-me's, original art, and sculptures.
Anyway, back at today, only on Indiegogo.
Damn.
Those guys killed it, man. That's great. I love that video. Go check it out, y'all. Go check it out. Enter the Cromniverse on Indiegogo. I'm not gonna run through the whole campaign. I just love showing that trailer. It was awesome.
No, it was. Damn. Lord.
Too much fun.
And hell yeah. And once again, everybody, I am your host, Ben, aka the Fuse Box. I've had a lot of fun today. And you can find me on Twitter at Knights Outlaw. That's NIGHTSOUTLAW. And of course, you can find me here. We do Fusebox Engaged every Saturday night at 7 Central. And be sure to click on the link in the description of this video. Sign up for issue 2 of Outlaw Nights, because I'm not going to launch this thing until I get at least 100 folks on there. So you're going to want to get in on it too, because if you're on the email list, you'll have access to a special 2-for deal. Basically, I have a limited amount here, but you'll be able to get both issues for the price of one if you're on the email list. So get on it. And thank you so much for joining me, everybody. And we will talk to you all later.
Peace.